Whiskey Tango Charlie, our third in a series of Taste of Texas, Charles. Trying to expand our palates like we hope you're expanding your palate. The bourbon lifestyle, again, is all about sensory training and being able to expose yourself to different flavors. So, Charles, I compare this to trying to teach my kids to eat asparagus.
What? That's
like, try it. I think you'll like it.
Dude,
no?
My glass is empty. I'm just saying. So,
Whiskey Tango Charlie, come back and join us.
asparagus. What?
Right.
All right. Hey, man. So, Troy.
I said asparagus.
Asparagus. Look, listen. I'm just saying, my glass is still empty, folks. I don't know about your glass. My glass is still empty.
All right. So the reason that I haven't gone down the line and picked this is because I'm embarrassed for the people who spend their time, energy, and monies to own this company, Tawakero.
Tawakero.
Right? So as you can tell, this bottle has been tasted multiple times by myself.
Did you hear that? I love that cork pop, Bubba. That was good. That was a good one.
It is not carbonated. This is a very flavorful bourbon. If you get an opportunity to find this somewhere, go ahead and grab it. And I hope you enjoy our podcast as we continue to talk about Tawakero. So it is a grain-to-glass distillery, family-owned, where we've seen so often across America, Charles, where these distilleries are giving back to the community.
Listen, and the fact that this is like a family-run deal, right? So all family. These are Texas boys, love Texas heritage. That's thus the name.
And the history of Texas.
Right, in the name of that, you know, if you go back and kind of check their website out, read about this thing. And so, which is Tawakero Creek, which now is called Grapevine Creek. And it's Indian, it goes back into Indians. It's a great history story.
They signed the treaty to end the Indian Wars.
Yes.
Right here near the distillery Grapevine, Texas.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and jump into this, Charles.
Man, so listen, this is obviously, what a great nose, but I can tell you, I don't get...
so what is it with Texas and chocolate?
It really is something. And this is aged, it kind of says, this particular one, and even the one we had before, the balconies, so it's at least 2 years old, right? So 2 years. But think about it. Look at the darkness and the complexity. How dark this juice is. It's just amazing. But the cocoa, boom, right off the nose, right?
So as I pick up the bottle here and take a look at it, Tawakero cask strength. So I picked this up as a pick by a distillery or by a vendor out in Texas. Be careful. 129 proof.
No, I didn't even. I haven't looked at the. I have not looked at it, but I'm telling you, right on the nose, I was like, "What? This smells high proof, right?"
Yeah.
You get a hint.
I'm not getting a lot of the alcohols, but
no, I don't get a high, but I want to say this sounds crazy. I don't know that I've ever had this before, but it's almost a. So smell a warm taco shell, right? A Mexican
tortilla.
Okay.
All right. So let me be all transparent. It's the same thing as the flowers that Charles smells all the time. That I've
the
never
honeysuckle, right?
So I don't go around sniffing tortillas. Let's just be honest with you.
Well, I mean. And be honest, it could be we had a little Mexican lunch before this.
Never thought about that.
Maybe it's a spillover from the Mexican lunch we had, but It's wonderful. I don't think it's as sweet as what I was getting on the. I'm not getting the sweetness that I did on that single malt over here that we had before, but really good.
So I'll let you tell me why I like this. So this, to me, is a campfire s'more.
You nailed it. You nailed it. Now, listen, I had to use the exhale little puff out technique on that.
Yeah. Marshmallow, vanilla,
4-grain.
chocolate.
It is the 4 grains, so they have the rye and the wheat, malted barley, corn. The first sip I got, so that was my first sip. It's such. At first, it hit the tongue. It was almost astringent. It was almost astringent. But then you let it sit there a moment. It's kind of, I like to move things around, and then take that swallow. And so here's the funny part. What'd you say?
129.
129. I was really expecting something to attack me back here in the back, right? Not at all. That's scary. That's just scary.
So what I'd like to do is I'd like to go back. So our friends at Big Escambia and Big Escambia Distillery in Alabama, I believe are right at that same parallel, Charles. And they also have, theirs is a 6-grain.
A 6-grain,
but it has that s'more
you know
finish
what?
to it
I
too.
love that you draw the conclusion that, because that was the first thing that hit my mind. I'm like, wait a minute, this feels and tastes a little familiar.
Yes,
The s'mores aspect, and yes, you're right.
So Big Escambia, Dittling, family owned, grain to glass. Very similar to the family here in Grapevine, Texas. It's about the same, if you follow the line across the United States, it could be about the same climate. So, hey, who knows?
Latitude. Okay, gotcha.
Right. Delicious
wow.
pour.
No.
Does not taste like it smells.
Listen, this would be, I'm telling you right now, this one, I know, and I'm still the newbie guy here with some of my friends in the cigar world, but this one, amazingly, I could see this pairing well with a good full-bodied cigar. Because it kind of gets your attention. I'm second, third sip in now. It's just amazing when you get that sip. It just kind of like, and maybe it's just the high proof. You feel like it's going to go astringent, almost to dry your mouth out. But then you get the swallow, and then now I'm trying to swallow to keep up because it makes your mouth water. So it's really good. Man, amazing. And 2 years.
Yeah. So this one, as you can tell, half the bottle is gone, Charles. And it's because, I have a steak on the grill, right? And so as a dessert, I'm a kind of a chocoholic. So I'll go, hey, you know what? This is a great bourbon to have after grilling a steak on the grill, right? It's still got that smoky, oaky taste, but the s'mores, the campfire, Charles.
I'm trying to think of this, and now I've had a couple of sips of it, and then it's what is this? It's coming to the back here. It's coming forward, almost a cinnamon. There's a cinnamony to it now, but yes, no, I can see that. Man, big old fat steak. Woo. Yeah.
And so for a 2-year to be this dark, we just don't see that in Kentucky.
No way. There's no way. Let me make sure. Aged not less than 2 years. and this is all them. This is all their stuff. So kudos, guys. Man, wow, I'm impressed. This is a great pour.
Local distillery in the Grapevine part of Texas. If you get out to that area, we encourage you to stop by and see them. Not only do they have a great bourbon, but they also give back to the community in ways of taking care of creeks, streams, and lakes. And you can't ask for anything more passionate than someone who's making an incredible product within their local area and giving back to the community.
Man, I don't know if this was available in the Carolinas. I think you picked this up when you were out there, right? You were in Texas.
When I was in Texas for Thanksgiving, I picked this up. Right. Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I see it, I'm going to grab a bottle for my shelf. So,
Whiskey Tango Charlie, to the bourbon lifestyle, and to you expanding your palate and experiencing the taste of bourbons and whiskeys throughout America.
Cheers. Cheers, folks.
That's the only reason it's not my go-to. It's because I can't get it every day.